Greetings and welcome to Victory Videos. I'm Dave Dobbins, your host. And for the next hour, we'll be bringing you some of the finest and hottest videos ever recorded. Today's program has two special features. The first, a look into the mind and music of producer and songwriter Charlie Peacock. Now here's a man who was one of the first contemporary Christian artists to cross over into the mainstream music market. Though his first release was released in 1983 with Vector in the 77s, he's virtually a new face in the contemporary Christian music field today. We'll learn the motivation behind Charlie Peacock's music, and you get to meet him up close in our interview with him. Our second feature is a special tribute to our country's birthday as we honor the men and women who fought in the Middle East War. It's going to be an exciting program. Eve will join me later with Music Update, and we're going to see music videos on today's program from Morgan Cryer, King's X, Edwin Hawkins, Charlie Peacock, Rod Stewart, The Goads, Twyla Paris, and so much more. Let's get busy. Here's a man I just saw last week at Bethel Chapel in Nashville. Got to hold his little baby. It's Morgan Cryer, Praying in the USA, followed by a new video from King's X, and we're finding who we are. Two for you on Victory Videos.
USA! us this day our daily bread. Forgive us the wrongs that we have done, as we forgive the wrongs
jak my
that others
odpuszczamy
have done
naszym
us.
winowajcom. I nie wódź nas na pokuszenie, ale nas zbaw od złego. Albowiem Twoje jest królestwo i moc i chwała na wieki wieków. Amen.
Amen.
Yet to leave behind. Strength in numbers, all you need is two. Everyone's a winner, while still so many lose. We are finding who we are. We can see forever. We are finding who we are. We can see forever. The volume of emotion erupting in our souls. A quiet revelation quickly takes a hold. Patience is a virtue, but she won't always wait. Dissension is attention, is what we learn to hate. We are finding who we are. We can see forever. We are finding who we are. We can see forever. It was late September, I remember well. Memories of living, the old man told the tale of rising and falling, of cruelty and kind. The things the old man told me truly blew my mind. We are finding who we are. We can see forever. We are finding who we are. We can see forever. We are finding who we are. We can see forever. We are finding who we are. We can see forever. We are finding. We can see. Yeah. We are finding. We can see. We are. I know it's been said so many times before. We can. I once was blind, but now I see. We are. And sometimes it just don't make much sense. We can. But I believe. Forever is a mountain we've yet to climb. Tears are a part of what is yet to leave behind. Strength in numbers, all you need is two. Everyone's a winner, while still so many lose. The volume of emotion erupting in our souls. A quiet revelation quickly quickly takes a hold. Patience is a virtue, but she won't always wait. Dissension is the tension, is what we learn to hate.
Do you know where your life is? You chose the wrong cause now you're falling in crisis. Where do you turn when the turning's done? No place to hide, no place to run.
So if you're a kid with troubles, God knows you are not alone. And if you're feeling hopeless, just pick up the telephone. Don't think you've got no future, don't think you've got no friends. New Voices has an answer. Check out this message we're gonna send. Get up and call a hotline.
If you're being abused, using drugs or alcohol, running away, or you just need someone to listen, call the Boys Town National Hotline. Toll-free day or night. 1-800-448-3000. That's 1-800-448-3000.
Whoever thought this would happen? Whoever thought a teacher from West Virginia would be teaching a class in Budapest? Good morning. But here I am, part of the first Peace Corps team in Eastern Europe. We're here to help Hungarian teachers learn how to teach English. It's an amazing time to be here. For these people, English is the language of opportunity, and they can't get enough of it.
How are you doing today?
Great. But language isn't the only thing we share. I'm learning Hungarians are a lot like we are. They love their freedom, and they're open to new ideas.
Two words of freedom, and the government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth.
We all have a lot of work ahead of us, but I can't think of any job I'd rather have.
Be part of the future with the Peace Corps, the toughest job you'll ever love.
We're talking about Charlie Peacock today. Charlie grew up in a musical family. His father, whom Charlie says was an inspiration to him, he played in several stage bands, including the Air Force Band, and Charlie started playing drums. Then he started playing clarinet, trumpet, and then the piano. But he played in bands in high school, but didn't write or sing his own music until he was actually about 20 years old. Then Charlie made a decision for Jesus Christ early in life, but due to trials and temptations, he decided to go his own way, which led to a life of alcohol and drugs. It was through an alcohol recovery program that started him back on the road to faith that he grew up with. In concert, he connects with the people. He plays to the people. He believes that people are important. He said, quote, "I'm trying to practice the principles that are the basic and fundamental underlying message of the gospel, that people matter to God," end of quote. More on Charlie a little bit later. Let's get back to more music, though. Here's Edwin Hawkins and Still the Need on Victory Videos.
Stop the storming.
That was Edwin Hawkins and Still the Need. Today we're looking at a very talented musician, Charlie Peacock. Charlie's had disappointments in the past, finding a record company that could not adequately promote him. So, 2 years ago, he signed with Sparrow. And this is his first real exposure to the Christian community, even though he's been on the cutting edge of Christian music for about 8 years. He deserves to be heard by a wider audience, and he's got a powerful message. He says it in kind of a different way than anybody else. Charlie's latest release, The Secret of Time, is about a journey, one we all take. It's about the redeeming power of God. In Charlie's own words, he said, quote, "I was on a boat adrift at sea, but there is no longer any distance between myself and the shore. I'm no longer down in the lowlands. I've been lifted up. I've tasted of a fresh wind of reason and felt the stirring of God's gift within. I know that I did not build myself, that I am the creation, not the creator. This is the secret of time." End of quote. Up next, more of our interview with Charlie Peacock, followed by a very innovative video by Charlie called Message Boy. Enjoy on Victory Video. Greetings and welcome to Victory Videos, a special segment. Dave Dobbins with you, and today on our program we have Charlie Peacock. Hi Charlie, how you doing?
Doing fine.
Good to see you, and welcome to the Cincinnati area. We were literally talking, you just flew in from the great city of Nashville.
That's
where
right.
Everybody lives.
Mm-hmm.
And you're getting ready for a concert here tonight.
Correct.
Should be very exciting.
Yeah, as soon as I get woke up completely.
Well, I just had a chance to congratulate Charlie off camera before. He didn't even know that he's been nominated for CCM's 1990 Readers Poll. Has nominated Charlie as the favorite rock alternative album of the year for The Secret of Time, and the number 3 favorite producer award. How does that really affect? I mean, congratulations.
Yeah,
How does that really affect the success of this tour and how many people are behind you?
You know, I think as we mentioned earlier, you know, I mean, every heart is hungry for affirmation for what they do. But I think that what separates Christians who practice the arts, or what should separate Christians who practice the arts from the rest of the world, is that for us the cross is like the ultimate affirmation that we are significant. Mm-hmm. That as human beings we have been found more significant, you know, than anything, you know, willing, you know, so significant that someone would die for us. Mm-hmm. So I think that you got to redirect all that stuff back to that and realize that, well, it's great to, you know, to get awards and to have people affirm you and whatnot. Ultimately, you know, God affirmed my life a long time ago, not only, as I said, through the supernatural work of the cross, but also just by giving me purpose, you know, bringing meaning to my life as an artist, you know, and actually creating me to do what it is that I'm doing right now, you know, and that is extremely affirming. You know, I've worked with acts as varied as the choir and Margaret Becker and done arranging for people like Amy on her new album, and produced Al Green, Phil Kagi. But I think probably what would be worth mentioning is maybe a lot of people watching aren't aware of what a producer does.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about that and kind of how to get involved.
They've probably heard it for many years and wondered just what does this person do. And really, in the same way that I was talking about being created to be an artist or be a musician, you know, I think that too God has also enabled me to go alongside other people and to help them in their craft and in what it is that they do, or in their ministry. I'm just that person that asks the questions. I ask the big questions and the small questions, and try to help them do what they do as best as they can possibly do.
That's neat. It's a very, very good description of a producer. I have one too, and he's telling me that we need to go to a break.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to watch one of your videos, Message Boy. You want to tell us a little bit about Message Boy?
Well, Message Boy was a song that I did on an album that was released in 1986 on Island Records. And actually, what's interesting about the video, for those who like these kinds of things, is the track that's on the video is a different track than the one that's on the album. So
okay. And it's about?
It's about that I am indeed the message boy, you know, and whether you, in the same way that a message boy comes to an office and delivers a package, and it may have good news in it, it may have bad news, depending on how you receive it. But nevertheless, he still has to do his job.
All right, well, let's do it. Let's go to watch it right now. Here's Charlie Peacock with Message Boy on Victory Videos.
Stay tuned for more Victory Videos and Charlie Peacock in the second half of VTV.
Wake up all the teachers, time to teach a new way. Maybe then they'll listen to what you have to say.
The power of teaching.
The world won't get no better if we're just
The power to wake up young minds. The power to wake up the world. Teachers have that power. Reach for the power. Teach. I'm Edward James Olmos, and we're recruiting new teachers. Call 1-800-45-TEACH.
Young people from all walks of life have volunteered to take part in a frightening experiment. They are allowing their brains to be altered. Altered to induce paranoia, heart malfunction, memory loss, even early senility. Unfortunately, this is not an experiment. It's what slowly happens to you when you keep smoking pot. No one has to alter your brain. You've already volunteered to do it to yourself.
You may not think the gas you can save makes a difference, or the amount your whole neighborhood can save, or even your whole town. But when you see how much gas America can save every day, when we all drive just 5 miles per hour slower, it's easy to see how the little bit you can do makes a lot of difference. President Bush hopes you'll do your part. Drive smart.
Hi, I'm Dave Dobbins.
And I'm Eve McHugh, and welcome to Victor Video's Music Update. After winning their first Grammy in 17 years for Beyond Belief in the Best Rock category, Petra flew to Europe and performed to sold-out crowds in Germany, Switzerland, Finland, and Norway. Petra also received 3 Dove Awards: Group of the Year, Recorded Song of the Year, Rock categories, and Rock Album of the Year. They returned to Europe in May to continue their Beyond Belief tour. We saw them perform a great concert that exists 1991 in Wilmore, Kentucky last month. Also expect a Best Of album from Petra at the end of the year.
Kathy Dracoli made her smash debut album back in the late 80s with Stubborn Love, which we all enjoyed when I was back in radio. Well, she's back again with a reunion records release with Mariah Carey Taylor Dane producer Rick Wake at the helm.
If you or someone you know needs help with a problem, or if you just need someone to talk to, you can call the Student Club Live, sponsored by CCM artist Al Denton. This features a selection of topics, including answers to the top 25 questions teens are asking today. Things like peer pressure and sex and drugs, God's will, are all just but a few. To get in touch with a crisis counselor, call 1-800-880-8844. That's 1-800-880-8844.
Whiteheart is due to release a new video which will act as a sort of mini documentary produced by Alan Calzati. The video features a conceptual video for Independence Day, and it features live versions of Powerhouse and Desert Rose.
Randy Matthews, a contemporary Christian music veteran from the Jesus Rock days, has a new release which has 2 years in the making called The Edge of Flight, recorded by Whiteheart's own Billy Smiley on his new Wave Records label. Randy says, artistically, I wanted it to be an honest statement of where I was musically. I wanted it to remain true to my roots and still make it accessible to the 1990s. Randy wants it to be current with what's happening today and with the things that he's dealing with in his own life.
We saw him at ICFUS also, which we'll see him on a later program.
That's good.
Well, you know, that's a small piece of what's happening in contemporary Christian music and Victor Video's Music Update. I'm Dave Dobbins.
And I'm Eve McHugh.
Stay tuned for more Victor Videos right after this.
Gosh, Darlene, it sure is amazing how much we have in common.
I know, Larry. We both love 3-car pileups. We both were built in Buffalo.
And we both know wearing safety belts help save thousands of lives.
Yeah, this is fascinating.
Don't mind Vince. He's getting over a bad breakup.
I know. Janet's picking up the pieces, too. They're in here.
I wish they understood it's all worth it to get people to buckle up.
Hey, lacerated lovebirds, I sense a major crush.
You could learn a lot from a dummy. Buckle your safety belt.
Talk about head over heels.
Freedom is something we Americans value greatly. Our country was founded on the principles of the right to worship God as we choose to, and on the principle that all men are created equal. More recently, the war in the Middle East caused us to reflect on what it means to be free and caused us to reevaluate our principles as a nation and as individuals. We, the people of this great nation, in the time of difficulty and uncertainty, turn to God, the source of our strength and comfort. We want to thank God for answering all the prayers that went up on behalf of our loved ones in the war. To commemorate this freedom of ours, here's Rod Stewart with Rhythm of My Heart, followed by the Goats' big radio hit and Veterans of the USA, 2 in a row on Victory Videos.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation,
under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We haven't forgot the price you have paid. You've given us the freedom that we enjoyed dreams of me and you. The red is for the blood, the blue is for the bruise, the white is for the eyes who fought for me and you. So we lift our hearts today, filled with gratitude and praise for the veterans of the USA. We thank the families who gave your precious gifts. The cause was greater than all your fears. When the flag waves high, oh yeah, our hearts are filled with pride. You're the reason America's still alive. The red is for the blood, the blue is for the bruise, the white is for the eyes who fought for me and you. So we lift our hearts today, filled with gratitude and praise for the veterans of the USA. And I know there are so many of you standing with all of us today. We take this moment to say thank you for freedom in the USA. Yeah. The red is for the blood, the blue is for the bruise, the white is for the eyes who fought for me and you. So we lift our hearts today, filled with gratitude and praise for the veterans of the USA. The red is for the blood, the blue is for the bruise, the white is for the eyes who fought for me and you. So we lift our hearts today, filled with gratitude and praise for the veterans of the Too many things gotten out of control. Too many things gotten out of control. Unchain my soul. Unchain my soul.
Look at this. The marijuana can mess you up. Right. We've been getting high for what? 15 years? Nothing's ever happened. Did I get into all the drugs and start mugging people? Nah. Didn't do anything. In fact, I'd say I'm exactly the same as when I smoked my first joint.
Eddie, did you even look for a job today?
No, Ma.
Marijuana can make nothing happen to you, too.
At Salvation Army community centers throughout the world, many generous people reach out to help, and many others gratefully receive that help. But we've never forgotten that the most important help offered here actually comes from somewhere else.
Thank you for joining us for this Charlie Peacock special and Freedom Celebration. A producer in his own right, Charlie Peacock's producing credits include Margaret Becker and Amy Grant. Coming up next is more of our interview with Charlie Peacock, and after that, stay tuned for more music videos.
Welcome back to our special time with Charlie Peacock as we're sitting here on a sunny afternoon, a beautiful, kind of cool day. kind of laid back here, talking about Jesus Christ's effect on Charlie's life through his music. And let's talk a little bit about some of the projects that you've done. You just recently re-released West Coast Diaries, and tell us a little bit about that, and what that's all about.
Well, the West Coast Diaries project was really the beginning of releasing some tapes that had been on the shelf that were actually demos, and I think that to explain to the public that a musician who is actively involved in the recording process will do sketches of songs in the same way that a graphic artist, visual artist might do a pencil sketch before actually doing the painting. And so you may get a recording of mine, and then, in the case of the West Coast Diaries, those are the sketches oftentimes, and then say The Secret of Time, which has the same song like Big Man's Hat on it, and you hear it on the diaries. Well, that was the beginning stages of it, and that was the sketches.
Sort of the preempting of it.
Yeah.
Neat.
But the public doesn't get to hear that, and unless they're really in the know, they're not even aware that happens, that a song may be cut, is several demos of it before it actually appears on a recording.
Let's go to another video.
Okay. Excellent.
And this is called Unchain My Soul. Tell us a little bit about this.
Okay. Well, this clip is from the Front Row video series, I would imagine. It's an acoustic performance. It's just Jimmy A on acoustic guitar, Vince Ebo singing with me. And this is one of those songs that I think fills that part that we were talking about.
Good.
And it really...
God put that together for us.
It's just... man, that every heart is crying out for this, saved and unsaved, redeemed and unredeemed, And the first verse starts out that has a man and woman lying in bed together, the image of that. And how yet here they are in a marital situation, perhaps, let's imagine, for many years, And it's almost as if there's a line drawn down the bed. Their communication is so severed. Whereas they should be arm in arm, there should be still that childlike innocence of a man with his bride, and yet time and circumstance and all those things have separated these two people. They live in the same house, but the house is not a home.
Let's leave it at that. Let's watch it. Here's Unchain My Soul, Charlie Peacock on Victory Videos.
Tears on a pillow all week long. You can draw a straight line right between them. And a boy and a girl take a ride down a back street. Have a little moment, make a big mistake. He's thinking wedding, she's thinking doctor. Get them along, they'll tell you, unchain my soul, set me free. Given to me, too many things out of my control. Waste no time, unchain my soul. Unchain my soul, unchain my soul, unchain my soul. Well, the cinder block houses line up like a freight train all along the streets. Every one of them looks the very same. 9 out of 10 people barely pay their rent. They ain't pay, no. And the diamonds on the hand of a rich man in Jersey doesn't need you, and it doesn't need me. He's in so deep he can swim to Manhattan. Whoa, unchain my soul, set me free. I need deliverance. shot man takes a dive down to Wall Street. He's looking for the easy life, got a big headache. They don't make no drug that'll take it away. He'll be saying, unchain my soul, and set me free. I need some deliverance given to me. Too many things out of my control. Waste no time. Unchain my soul and set me free. I need some deliverance given to me. Too many things out of my control. Waste no time. Unchain my soul and set me free. 'Cause I need some deliverance given to me. Too many things out of my control. Waste no time. Unchain my soul. Too many things gotten out of control. 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 Unchain my soul. 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 Free.
Thank you, Charlie, for giving us some insight into your life and ministry. Up next, an artist who's been in the Christian music business for more than over 10 years. She is a real sweet spirit and a talented songwriter. Here's Twyla Paris and Cry for the Desert on Victory Videos.
Deeper in my heart I will
That's our special program for this month. We hope you've enjoyed our program, and we'll tune in again next week.
We want you to know that whatever point you are in your life and whatever you've been caught up in or whatever you've done, our message to you is that God really cares. Jesus died on a cross 2,000 years ago to purchase yours and my spiritual freedom so that we need no longer to be prisoners, alienated from God. We have a blood-bought right to come into the presence of God, the Father. He's calling you today. Won't you let Him in?
Yes. Invite Jesus in today. You know, because like this next song says, He cares about your life.
Yes, He does.
And so do we. Write to us today and let us know your decision for Christ. Victory Videos, 6800 Hazel Court, Florence, Kentucky, 41042. And we want to hear from you. Here's a song about people that care. Here's voices that care. Remember to love somebody today with the love of Jesus. Dave Dobbins saying goodbye.
Bye-bye.
See you next time on Victory Videos.